The shortest-lived half-dollar series of the 20th century was the Franklin half-dollar series, only minted from 1948 through 1963. Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco. Up next is the first 5 Denvers as a set in uncirculated condition. Let's take a look. That is 1948 through 1952. Each one of these is in uncirculated condition and made at that elusive Denver Mint.
Yes, this stunning 5-coin collection is item number 9056037. It's 9056037. And for all 5 coins tonight, we are just $199.75. A price that has us under $40 a coin, the envy of our competition. At least $320 less than our nearest competition for all 5 of these beautiful uncirculated Denver Mint Franklins. And that $320 less, 2 of those coins were still in AU condition. We couldn't even find the 1951 or the 1952 in stunning uncirculated condition.
Can't even compare.
You can call in at 1-866-518-5933 or head to the website abccoins.com. Go to the search bar and put 9056037 and grab the first 5 Denver Mint Franklin half dollars in beautiful uncirculated condition tonight.
Now, the peace dollar ended in 1935, so this series was the last large 90% silver to circulate. Of course, these are uncirculated, but in general, that series was the last large 90% silver to circulate. Throughout the years of 1948 through 1963, they made 16 out of Philadelphia, only 14 out of Denver, so a couple less than Philadelphia, and only 5 out of San Francisco. Now, these are the Denvers at the top of the bell. That's where you'll find the Denver Mint mark, right under that E. About 12 o'clock under the word states, and each one is in Denver, minted from Denver, and you'll see that mint mark on each one of these. This is a 5-piece set, folks, so you're going to get all 5 coins the first 5 years of issue, 1948 through 1952, of course uncirculated from the Denver Mint.
Now the Franklin half dollar is considered by many to be one of the more iconic coins released in the history of the United States Mint. Not only does it feature the iconic image of our founding father, but it also is one of the few coins ever struck to feature a non-president in the history of the United States Mint. In fact, at the time, he was one of the few regular people put on coins, period, by the United States government. These are the first 5 coins struck at the Denver Mint from 1948 to 1952. When you can find these coins in uncirculated condition, they typically will cost you well over $70 to $85 per coin. We were able to find the first 3 coins, the 48, the 49, and the 1950, in uncirculated condition. However, the 1951 and 1952 we could only find in about uncirculated condition. Even with those 2 coins not even being true uncirculated pieces, it still would cost you over $520 to get this collection with our competition. And I tried to find a 1951 in uncirculated condition. The closest I got was a very blast white AU, and they still wanted $160 for that coin by itself.
That's absolutely amazing. Only 16 years this series was, again, the shortest lived series in the 20th century. Silver was pulled in 64. Now, the Kennedy half dollar series started in 1964 after the unfortunate events. They brought out that 1964 Kennedy, so that ended this series, but then silver was pulled and it was copper-clad going forward after, of course, you know, the mint sets ended in 1970 with the silvers as well. But this was that last large 90% silver series to circulate. Only 14 Denvers made in the series, and this is the first 5, so what a great kickoff to a collection, getting all the first 5. Everybody always goes for those firsts, and these are the first 5 of the branch mint Denver, and uncirculated condition, and saving under $40 a coin with our set. And again, our competition is over $520, not even true unks on all of them.
Yes. And this set features one of our nation's most iconic founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin, a man who, outside of Thomas Jefferson, can be argued to be one of the most accomplished and intelligent Americans to have ever existed in the history of our great nation. He was a founding father, a printer, a publisher, a well-noted inventor, a scientist, a very popular author. He was a public servant, and he was a diplomat that without him, it's very likely we would have had to fight much harder for much longer to win our independence. He's famous for inventing the lightning rod. He also was the first Postmaster General of the United States. On top of that, in Philadelphia, then the nation's capital, he also created the first modern-style firefighting house. He is truly an American without compare. I'd argue that outside of Thomas Jefferson, there has never been a United States founding father who did as much as Benjamin Franklin. This is the first 5 coins struck to honor him from the Denver Mint in his half-dollar series. Just the 48, 49, and 50 that we could find with our competition in Uncirculated, those 3 coins alone would cost you almost $400. We are at least $198 less for our complete 5-coin collection, where you also get the 1951 and 1952 with each coin in beautiful uncirculated condition.
And that's all of those things he did and those roles he served are just so incredibly impressive, and that is why in 1992 they brought out those firefighter medals. In 2006 they brought out those 2 silver dollars, the founding father and the scientist. We celebrated or commemorated his 300th anniversary of his birthday in 2006. They made 500,000 of those silver 90% silver commems. They oversold by 50,000. Pieces, and it was a quick sellout, again, an oversell. So it's just it reinforces the popularity of Franklin as a wonderful individual.
Yes, and also you cannot deny he was an incredibly shrewd businessman. In an era where working your entire life was considered the norm, Benjamin Franklin was actually able to retire at 42. I have friends that would be happy to retire by 62 if
I'd
we're
be
lucky.
retired by now.
And he retired by 42, almost 20 years before the revolution even happened. That is a unique man, certainly.
All right, let's put a 1-minute clock up, please. These are 90% silvers, 1948 through 1952. Again, the first 5 years of issues for them from the Denver Mint in uncirculated condition. Under $40 per coin is our price, again saving of over $320 from our competition. Each one individually encapsulated for protection. And again, there's the mint mark on the top of the coin on the reverse. Check out your coins for that Denver Mint mark. Many of these coins were melted in the 80s because of the silver rising to about $50 an ounce. These coins were melted at that time. People were melting culls, proofs, coins from their change at $20 a piece. So this series was largely decimated by that silver increase from the melting process. So to find truly uncirculated coins still to this day is a rarity, and to get a set of 5 is a unique opportunity.
And
so
to get all 5 for under $40 a coin, the first 5 silver coins in a series considered by many to be the one that marked the end of an era at the U.S. Mint. The final 90% silver circulating half dollars, all in beautiful uncirculated condition at just $199.75. But it looks like it's time for us to move on. Let's see what we got coming up next.